terms of world cricket, not just for India, becoming more in skew in favour of the chasing side. Let's first throw some numbers and then I'll get my experts into it. Have a look at chasing sides dominating T20s. Look at the T20 internationals in India. 9 matches in 2019, 8 won by the team chasing and just 1 loss. So have a look at these percentages, and it's not just India, it's around the world. IPL, BBL, all of them are telling a story.
Yeah, it's becoming a tough game, I think, to set. Nobody knows what's a good score, and I think that's probably more of the issue. Teams aren't assessing the conditions well enough early, saying, okay, this is only a 160 pitch, 170 pitch, and maybe getting bowled out for 140 instead, or chasing that 220, 230 when 175, 180 is possibly enough. So it's down to assessing conditions. Joy, we had a chat yesterday, and you mentioned one of the greats of the game in Jacques Kallis. When he was with you at Kolkata, the first thing he would do would be come back and tell you what
kind of a wicket it was. Is it a 160 wicket? Is it a 180 wicket? It's a 140 wicket. And that's important. And if you go back there, I have one more observation out here. Now, what happens when you're playing international cricket? When you're playing international cricket, you don't play at the same ground one after the other. You play on different grounds. So what happens is every time you're going and assessing the conditions of a new ground. Now, why are the percentages lower in IPL and BPL? Because the home team, after about 2-3 games, knows what their surface is about.
And therefore what they can set.
So they can set better targets. And therefore also you'll see during the IPL, in the beginning, teams chasing, okay, the extremely high percentage, skews up to 80. And then when you go closer into the tournament, what happens is they have a better and better idea of how much is enough on their pitch, and then the results start turning.
And wear and tear as well, isn't it? Later in the season,
exactly.
Drier, so many games being played. Some of those surfaces start to wear a little bit. The spinners play a bigger role later in the piece. And then setting a target of 160, 170 becomes quite tough to chase down.
Also, it gets a bit hotter. Dew is little bit less. Maybe, dew is more of a factor in March and April than it is in later May. But that's the interesting thing, knowing your surface. And in international cricket, you never know your surface. You're just moving from place to place, and it's very difficult for you to predict what the next one's going to be like.
2 interesting exceptions. One I was personally witness to in Lucknow recently. Those numbers are not put up there for Afghanistan. And Afghanistan quickly realized that the dew, which is there in Lucknow, is there across 40 overs.
Right.
So Rashid Khan said, listen, we've got a good bowling attack. West Indies are a crack outfit. How do I beat them? Let me win the toss, bat first, puts runs on the board, and West Indies lost both those games.
Yeah, and put pressure on them. And that when you've got good spinners, and the other thing they can do, and I'd like to see more of it, is just have a whole box of balls. If the dew is going to play a part, what do you need? You need 10 balls. Every second over, it's changed. And just keep them. Give them to the teams in the nets and say, I want you to bowl with this one for 12 balls, I want you to bowl with this one for 24 balls.
Okay, just hold on here. What's the date today? 11th of December. So last year, a certain Simon Doull was talking about, no balls being called by the third umpire. He's called it today, it's the 11th, okay? And so this is the day that Simon Doull has said this. Watch this happen in international cricket over the next year.
It'd just be nice. To me, take the dew out of the game. Don't make it a factor. Have the best team winning games, and that's what you want. You want the best team. You don't want an unfair advantage just on the flip of a coin, because that's not what this game's about. It's not what we love watching, to be honest. So have a box of balls where you throw. And they throw these balls to the teams prior to. So in the nets the day before, they bowl with one for 2 overs. They bowl with another one for 4 overs, another one for 6 overs, and then they just throw them back into the box. And those balls are all kept for the game. And in the second innings, you throw them out there every second over. There you go. There's your 4 over ball. There's your 6 over ball. Let's not worry about the ball getting wet. Let's just play the game.